1975, a crack commando was sent to prison by a military court for a crime he didn't commit. This man promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade straight to the Raider underground. Today, still wanted by the government, he survives as a soldier of Raider fortune. If you have a problem, if you're lucky enough to find him, proceed with caution. Be prepared. He's known to bring the fire.
What's up, Raider Nation? I'm the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. What's up, Raider Nation? It's a Monday, and what does that mean when it's a Monday on Raider Reaction, Raider Nation? That means it's time for Ghost to the Post with Prime and the Commish. That's what it means. Every single Monday, every single hump day on Oakland Raiders football, it's Raider Reaction featuring Prime and the Commish as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide, touching on all the hot league stories on all the other 31 teams. Because we cover the silver and black all week here at Raider Reaction. Couple times a week we gotta stop, take pause, step back, and talk about the 31 enemies. Because it's a league of 32. We gotta know what's going on around us. We just have to. What's up, Terry? What's up, Johnny Chavez, Terry, Elizabeth, Assassin Angel Eyes. Excuse me, that's what I get for scrolling so quickly. Terry, Dorothy Bell, and the Raider Red Taz in the house. So, got a couple fresh little nuggets for you. And, of course, we got Ghost to the Post. Now, it's still Prime and the Commish every Monday and Wednesday, and it still Ghost to the Post. But for this specific week, Prime will not be joining us on Ghost to the Post. Prime turned 40 this past weekend, and him, his lovely wife, and their two beautiful children are going on a family vacation, and they are living it up right now. I talked to Prime earlier. Tell you what, though, Prime is bummed that he cannot be here because Prime has never missed a show since we started Ghost to the Post, and he is not very happy that he's not here tonight. But we've got a capable replacement because just like any other show, Raider Reaction and Ghost to the Post must go on. So, tonight, we have joining us moniker of T-Well. T-Well is a very intelligent and very knowledgeable NFL fan, like myself, and he is going to be filling in for Prime tonight on Ghost to the Post. So tonight, Ghost to the Post will be T-Well and the Commish. And I apologize for this ugly jersey and star that you must be forced to watch. But he is a knowledgeable sports fan like myself. We need a replacement. Prime, like I said, is enjoying his 40th birthday for a week, and we're gonna break down and go league-wide with Mr. T-Well. What's up, T-Well?
What's going on, Raider Nation? How's it going? Ready to talk some football?
That's right. Let's talk some football. Let's talk some football. So, let's spin back a second because I did see the fans had a couple things they wanted to throw out there, and we'll touch on your silver and black questions right out of the gate because Rob, there is no word on Derek Carr's contract. I did hear some rumors on Saturday that it's possibly pending and it's getting closer. But nothing has been nailed down. It's all rumors and speculation. Still around the $150, $160 million range, $50 million fully guaranteed, signing bonus of about $35 million. That's pretty much all we know at this point. What was their other question? Nothing else that pressing. We'll move along. All right, what's up, Chuck? All right, we got Raider Reaction Resource in the house. All right, T-Well, you ready to break down some league news? Drop back deep in the pocket, go league wide, like we do every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction.
Yeah, let's do this, man. I'm ready. I'm pumped.
All right. So it's T-Well and the Commish tonight, bringing you Ghost to the Post. Little spin. Prime's on vacation, but he will be back Monday, and he's ready. He's ready to bring you some fire when he gets back. That's for sure. Now, one of the biggest news stories I seen today was, and I'm sure you've seen this one too, T-Well, especially since they're NFC East opponents. Supreme Court, federal feds say they cannot block trademarks considered offensive. They cannot block trademarks considered offensive. Now, the funny thing about this story is this was brought up by an Asian American rock band who call themselves the Slants. Now, the Slants wanted to trademark their name, and at first they were blocked because it was offensive, and they didn't think they could trademark a name called the Slants. And the Supreme Court, they took it all the way up the ladder. Supreme Court said, nah, we can't block trademarks that are considered offensive because that's freedom of speech. Who's to say what's offensive? To me, your star is offensive. But the Supreme Court's not going to ban it.
Right. If I started up a band called the Salty Crackers, not one person would step up and be like, "Oh man, that's racist." No way. Come on. It'll be Oskaloosa Indians. You know what I mean? This is just as big to them as it is the Redskins. It's like everywhere, man. If the Supreme Court would have ruled the other way, a lot of towns, a lot of cities in America would have to change. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I agree. Well, basically, what this did was this opened up this opened up the doors for the Redskins, who a couple years back were blocked by the Supreme Court from being able to renew their trademark. Once it, I'm Ernest. I'm sorry. See, I'm gonna have to keep explaining this all show, T-Well. So this is what you've done to me. Prime, this is what you've done to me. Prime went on vacation. It's his 40th birthday. Him and his family's on vacation this week. So it's Ghost to the Post with T-Well and the Commish. And yes, I'm sorry, Raider Nation. He is a Cowboys fan.
Hey, you know what? Raiders, Cowboys, most hated teams in America. Why? Because we're good.
That's right.
I mean, it's just the way it is. You come on my side, Raiders are just as hated as you're over here. You know what I mean?
That's all right. But that's why he's on. It's Ghost to the Post. We're hitting it league wide. And, it's, I always like to have somebody on Ghost to the Post with me that when we touch it league wide has a different perspective than myself. What more different perspective can I get than this guy? I mean, come on.
Right. And you know what? We all have in common. We're passionate NFL fans.
That's right. Absolutely. So, back to the Redskins. Obviously, this is opening the door, and of course we'll get into that later, Brian. We're going to touch on the Raiders-Cowboys game before this show's over. Don't you worry about that.
Oh yeah, we will touch on it. Believe me,
yes.
we will touch.
We'll touch. But basically, this opens the door for the Skins to, keep their trademark if they want to. Obviously, they've been, they've been exploring, they've been kicking around the ideas of what they're going to do for quite a while now. And now, hey, if they want to keep it and they want to keep pissing off the small sect of American Indians that they are and the small sect of American people, then I guess they can. Because it's now they can.
I was ready for a new name, like the DC Trumps or something like that. You know what I mean?
They've already been pissing people off with crappy football for a long time anyway, so.
It would be another Chargers scenario.
Now, sticking in Skinsville, sticking over the nation's capital, they've got more issues than just their trademark. They got quarterback issues. What's up, Jukebox? Jukebox in the house. Man, we got everybody popping up. It's hopping over here. We got Raider at Stephanie. It's hopping on Raider at. See, the Cowboy didn't even scare you guys off. So I'm glad that you guys were a little tolerant on a Monday with Ghost to the Post, known as League Wide. See, I'm starting to get you guys broke in. We understand we spin it league wide on Mondays and Wednesdays. So we got to keep up on the enemies, guys. We got to know. And it's not like none of you guys watch fantasy football. Or do fantasy football. So y'all got to know your stuff anyway. I mean, right? Who doesn't do fantasy football? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
That's why I'm here to get some inside information. Come on.
Right, man.
Bring it.
I know, Raider Mike. Hey, that's how we do it on Mondays. What's up, CV? Oh, hold on. That's why I wanted you to come on, CV, because I knew you, as soon as I seen your name, it'd be a quick reminder to me. One quick thing, T-Well. We got a couple, got some good causes I want to put out there. They're both pinned or both posted on Oakland Raiders football page. We got CV Raider, who's very, very close to meeting the goal if they need to get their house secured for the next month. He's going through cancer treatment. Raider Nation, man, if you can spare 50 cents, the guy's like $186 away from his goal. If freaking 1,000 people threw the guy 50 cents, we got more than enough to take care of it. So let's get that one taken care of. We also got the Queen of Darkness. She's got like 8 mouths to feed, and she had some seizures. She's going in a bad way, and also has a GoFundMe page. It's also on the Oakland Raiders football page. Hers is also posted on the Raider Reaction page because I just had posted it over there, and I'm also going to post CVs on the Raider Reaction page too when I get off. So you can find either one on my page or on Oakland Raiders football. If you can help out, help out. Oh, Chuck, you're ruthless. Ruthless. Come on, Chuck. Be nice to the guests. Come on. All right. So, Kirk Cousins. If they franchise him this year, T-Well, they're going to have to pay him $35 million.
You know what? I just don't see. I don't know why he's asking for that much money. I thought it was ridiculous when they paid Tony Romo $20 million. You know what I mean? And Tony Romo was.
If they franchise him, that's what they'll have to give him. That's not really what he's asking for. He's probably looking at getting like a $25 million contract. But if they don't get a contract with him and they have to franchise him again like they have the last couple of years, because they franchised him prior, now his tag will be $35 million. So they have to sign this guy. They have to.
Pay the man. Pay the man, because we beat him twice. So pay the man. I say keep him. Keep him forever. All I care. You know what I mean?
I guess. But I guess. I'm not sold on Kirk Cousins. I think when we go see Kirk Cousins in week 3, it's going to be a friggin' beatdown. I think they're overrated. They got rid of Deshaun Jackson. They got rid of all of their talent. I don't see. Oh, Raider Mike, come on. Well, I'm with you. He's just, come on. He's just the guy that has the screen for me. It's not like next time you see me, I'm wearing Cowboys. Come on.
It doesn't matter who you root for. We're still going to get that W, baby.
Oh, they ain't getting no W. Easy now, easy now. All right. Big news on the wide receiver front. What's up, Kaylee? Big news on the wide receiver front. Eric Decker was not on the market for very long as the Jets continued their garage sale of just dumping every little bit of talent they have pretty much off their roster. They said Eric Decker goes to the Titans where they sign him to a 1-year deal. I think it's a solid move. Eric Decker's a solid wide receiver.
That's a good move. You know, that's a great move. Mariota will have another target. Eric Decker will finally be on a winning team. Everybody wins.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure being on the Jets last season was painful. Was painful. I mean, Jesus. He's probably dancing.
Only place worse than the town.
Yeah, the guy's got to be thrilled to death to get out of New York. I mean, the ship's going down there. That's the Titanic. That's a sinking ship right now. You don't want to be on that thing.
No.
Yeah, that's bad news. That is bad news. So, another guy out there talking contracts. Now, this one's a head scratch for me to you all. Devonta Freeman, running back for the Falcons. He wants a new contract before the season comes around, and he wants to be paid like an elite running back.
No. You telling me he's going to add up to Marshawn Lynch, Ezekiel Elliott, freaking Le'Veon Bell. You know, he's not even going to come close to those numbers, man.
No, I completely agree. I think Devontae Freeman, he should get a higher, above average money. He's a solid player. He should get paid, but you should not get elite Adrian Peterson in your prime type money. No way, no how. No way, no
Not
how.
even.
No.
Not even.
Maybe if you were wearing a Super Bowl ring, it may hold a little more credence. Maybe. But
Right.
no.
I see him getting Jeremy Hill money. I don't see him getting,
What's that?
freaking,
The Walmart gift card?
right, exactly right. I mean, Devontae Freeman's as good as your third or fourth running back option. You know what I mean? He's somebody that'll score some points for you, but that's about it. He's just a space filler.
Yes, he is a space filler. I completely agree. Hold on. I want to touch on something. Oh, who's my guest? Well, let's stop. Let's take a quick, let's bring them all back in. Huddle up, huddle up. Tell everybody what's going on here, T-Well. Assassinating
What's
lies.
up, Raider Nation? What's up, Raider Nation? I'm T-Will. I'm filling in.
It is Ghost to the Post like it is every Monday and Wednesday. But Prime turned 40 this weekend, and he's on a family vacation this week with his family. So, no Prime in the commish this week. It's going to be T-Well in the commish. But T-Well in the commish, still dropping back deep in the pocket, still letting it fly league wide, touch on all the hot league stories today and on Wednesday. So, I'm sorry you have to deal with him again on Wednesday, but, he is a knowledgeable guy. He's a diehard fan like myself. Unfortunately, somewhere along his childhood, he went terribly awry and took a wrong turn. I don't know what happened to him, but he went blue when he should have went black. So I know we all miss Prime, but don't be hating on T-Well just because he's got a star on now. I know. Prime will be happy to know you all miss him.
I wear a star and I'm a bad guy. You guys are killing me. Killing me.
I warned him. He should go neutral backdrop, but hey.
But you know what? I'm not afraid of y'all. You know what I mean? You're just like anybody else.
All right. So, like I said, where does Raider Reaction hang out? Deep behind the enemy lines. Always deep behind the enemy lines. I gotta stay close to the enemy, man. Gotta know what's going on. Gotta know what's cracking.
Tell me, you guys cannot tell me anything Ben hasn't told me. We've stopped being friends for like 3 days straight because of football. Okay? We've been there, done that.
Sucker. It's the commish. All right. The biggest news, obviously, was all over freaking social media. It was everywhere. I'm talking deep, Raider Mike. Deep. But this was all over social media. This is the biggest story. This is bigger than football itself. It's branching out into regular mainstream news. It's freaking everywhere. It won't go away because he keeps opening his mouth. Kaepernick. So, our favorite kneeling quarterback who can't find a job. The only team that called him in, even called him up, was Seattle. And so then we've got the Castile verdict comes down. They find the cop not guilty, which I personally think's a bunch of BS, but that's neither here nor there. This isn't a news show, so I can get into that end of it, but I think it's a bunch of BS. But if I'm a quarterback, mind you, on the free agent market, and I'm already having a hard time because of all the controversy I've raised, don't you think you should shut your mouth and not post the tweet with the two stars next to each other? One being a slave patrol star compared to a police officer star. What's up? Danielle in Clearwater. Danielle, I am also in the Tampa Bay area. If you did not know, Raider Reaction comes live from you, deep behind the enemy lines. Start out coast to coast on Oakland Raiders football, right here on the East Coast, then throw it to the Raider Bear for a solid hour on the West Coast. How we do it every night, coast to coast, Raiders from coast to coast, painting it silver and black. But what do you think about this, T-Well? What do you think?
Yeah. It's just like any other job, man. I can't go to work talk politics and not expect repercussions. You know what I mean? It's the same with football. You can believe what you want to believe. I'm not saying the dude's wrong. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying keep that out of your job. You know what I mean? Do that stuff on your free time, but it's going to keep him out of a job. It is. The more he talks about this stuff, you know.
I agree, man. I agree 100%. It's absolute. He is committing career suicide by not keeping his mouth shut. Man, when you are a starting quarterback in the NFL and you are winning, you can damn near do whatever you want. But when you are a backup quarterback in the NFL and Blaine Gabbert is starting in front of you, you do not need to speak your mind. You need to shut up.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's just talking his way out of a job. Football team does not want any attention to themselves if it doesn't have to do with football. You know what I mean? They just don't. They don't want all that media around them in a negative or, in a negative way at all.
No, I agree. He is absolutely. There you go. He would be a great backup quarterback for you guys. He could come play.
Hey, I agree. But Jerry Jones would nip that in the butt. Jerry Jones is All-American, baby. He's All-American. He wouldn't stand for that
Get
at all.
out of here with it. Oh, God. The stench on Raider Reaction tonight is killing me. But this guy is, listen, man, I'm not, the story of Colin Kaepernick to me is an interesting story just in general. You've got a guy that he was minutes away from being a Super Bowl champion years ago, mere seasons ago. The guy had went to, multiple years deep into the playoffs, minutes from a Super Bowl champion, and now he's nothing and nobody will even give him a phone call. Talk about one of the biggest drop-offs in recent history, really.
He's a talented guy. He's a talented guy. But his political stance on everything is keeping half of the teams away from him, at least.
Oh, I agree. Completely. Career suicide. Career suicide.
And I respect his stance. By all means, stand up for what you believe in, man. Keep it off the football field. Keep it away from your team.
Oh, I agree, Ernest. I don't agree. I don't disagree that he probably is blackballed. But listen, man, the reality of the matter is the reality of the matter. There are things in this country that I don't like. I don't like a lot of things and stereotypes that are in this country. But unfortunately, I do understand the realities of certain matters, and I take precautions otherwise. For instance, me personally, I'm a businessman. I own my own business for many, many years. I also love tattoos. I have, if you looked at me right now, you couldn't tell I had a single tattoo on me. But I am covered from here, all the way to here, and all the way to my belt line. My entire upper body. But I can go anywhere and wear any kind of shirt and still look like a 100% businessman. Do I think tattoos look tacky? No, I don't. I love tattoos. But to certain people in this country, they project a certain stereotype. Therefore, I took the position that I was going to get them in places that showed. Just because it was going to help me in my career field that I was in. Sure, I can do the same job with tattoos, and there are guys in my field that do it. It's just a personal choice that I chose. Because I want to make sure that I'm not looked at in any sort of way that would keep me from getting a job, because I know there are narrow-minded people in this country. The problem with Colin Kaepernick is he does not realize that this country is full of narrow-minded people, and you can't come out on a broad stage like that and speak your mind and not expect everybody to shove it back down your throat. And he is getting blackballed, and he's caused it himself.
I agree, totally.
I don't know what to say. There's a time and a place to make your stance. And when you're a backup quarterback holding a clipboard for Blaine Gabbert, that is not the time or the place. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It may not be right, but it's reality. And we live in the real world. So.
Absolutely.
It's a free country. You're allowed to say what you want, but it's also a free country, and you're also allowed not to be hired. So, welcome to America. America! So, all right, T-Well, let's spin into some crappy quarterbacks. Why don't we? Because there's nothing more fun to talk about than teams with crappy quarterbacks, so we can just point fingers and laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's start with the trio that is the Browns.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
The trio that is the Browns.
Ugly.
So they have no idea what they're doing at the quarterback position. You've got Cody Kessler, who came in last year and actually did, okay, considering what the hell he was playing with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And then drafted Deshaun Kaiser out of Notre Dame. And then they go and bring Brock Osweiler over. So you got Osweiler, Kaiser, and Kessler.
Ryan Leaf Jr. there. I mean, Osweiler is just another Ryan Leaf. I got all the hype, and he doesn't play. He doesn't play the way he was paid. Period.
No, he does not. He does not. No, he does not. I don't know what Houston was smoking when they signed that guy. I have no idea, but how he went on a phone call.
They thought he was going to do the same thing he did in Denver. They thought he was going to do the same thing, but Denver has a team around him. You know what I mean? But then he goes to the Texans. They don't have the same crew. Not even close.
No, they don't. They don't. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that one's a little storm there too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you look at that. I don't know what you do with that, man. You go. I would honestly say I'd roll with Kessler again. I didn't think Kessler did that bad with what they had last season. They had garbage around him. I'd say go with him. You stick Osweiler behind him. Let Kaiser be your third, and groom Kaiser to take over next year.
Yeah, I go with Kaiser too because Osweiler's proven himself to lose games.
Raider Mike says bring back Bernie Kosar. He's going back to Tecmo Bowl days, dude. He's like,
no doubt, Raider
Kosar. Take it back. Be some Kosar and some Kevin Mack. That'll help out some brownies. Now, Now, it's even harder to go from a more pathetic quarterback situation than the one we just spoke on, but we're going to. But we're going to. Oh my God. How do we get all these Cowboy fans on? See, normally they would scroll by and they're all catching this ugly star and they're sticking around.
I got fame, bro. We have a nation too. I'm sorry that we're invading your nation a little bit. That wasn't my intent.
It's like I left the lid off the jar of peanut butter and the cockroaches are crawling out. They're coming out from everywhere.
What up, Cowboy Nation? Anyways.
All right. But here's another one, an even more pathetic quarterback situation than the Browns, which is hard to top. But the Jets. The Jets are sucking for the number one pick. I mean, that's basically all they're doing. That's all they're doing. And they bring in Josh McCown, who's got more jerseys in his closet than I got.
Oh, it's horrible. Jeff Garcia.
They've got him. They got Christian Hackenberg, who they drafted next season, or they drafted last season. So I don't think they got any faith in that guy. And then they got Bryce Petty. So you got McCown, Petty, or Hackenberg. I mean, oh my God! Talk about
ugly.
That's
ugly.
I agree with them. I'd say McCown's the front runner.
Yeah, he'd have to be. Who else they got, man? He's got the most experience, man.
McCown's the front runner. Who would have thought? But you drafted Christian Hackenberg last season, and
Brett Clark, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. It'll never happen.
I like the way you're thinking, Brett.
You know what?
Right.
I'll respect you, but no way will you break me, ever.
All we ask is for respect. I respect any fan who's diehard, will bleed their team's colors, and don't back down. I'll respect any.
That's right.
I won't, I'm not gonna hang out with you, but I'll respect you.
Right.
But all right, I do have a couple. Since it's halfway through the show, I do want let's bring everybody back in, huddle up, and make sure everybody knows what's going on here. Every Monday and every Wednesday on Raider Reaction, we go Ghost to the Post, drop back deep in the pocket, and let it fly league wide and touch on all the hot league topics. Because there's 31 other teams in the league. We touch on silver and black all week, and we got to keep up with what all the enemies are doing. So it's the off season. We touch on all the other league stories on Monday and Wednesday. Typically, it's Prime and the Commish. Prime's 40th birthday is this weekend. He's on a family vacation. So for this week, it's this guy, T-Well, and the Commish. He's a Cowboys fan, but he is an intelligent and knowledgeable football fan, and he's going to be helping me break down the all the league news this week on Raider Reaction. So, unfortunately, like I said, he's drawn. It's like drawing flies, but so I'm sorry to subject you to this, Raider Nation, but it is the off season, and we got to know what's going on around the league. So now, another little interesting development in the Raider Reaction world, which I don't know if all of you heard, so I'm going to tell you. Saturday night, I had a special show of Raider Reaction called Raider Reaction After Hours. Raider Reaction After Hours is going to be happening once a week. It will be happening at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. And it will be happening on Thursday night, only Thursday night, 9 Pacific, midnight Eastern, and that will be happening on One Nation Live. The Commish is joining the One Nation Live team, and I'm going to be giving them a one show a week, a whole different format than the other shows that I do on Oakland Raiders football. So one night a week, Raider Reaction After Hours. You have the Ultra VIP room. You can come on just like T-Well, and we can break it down right there. So any one of you fans, I'm pulling guys in. It's after hours, invite only. So see you Thursday night. One extra show a week from the Commish now. So
I'm not trying to get anybody to back down, but I'm telling you what, coming into somebody else's turf, coming up here in front of the Raider Nation in a Cowboys uniform, oh my God, dude, it's not easy. It's not easy. But you know what? I'm here, man, because I love football. I love everybody.
I knew he could handle you guys. That's why I brought him on. I knew he was going to be cowboyed up, but, it is what it is. Hey, man, I wanted to.
I respect that,
Terry. And that's all we can ask for. Hey, man, when it comes down to the heart of the matter, Raider Nation, what are we all at heart? We're all football fans.
That's right.
There's
and you know
32
what?
teams.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're all football fans.
I want to come back on. I want to come back on after Raiders Cowboys game because we're not going to sleep on y'all. You guys are a good team, but I want to come on here the night after that. When they're
we'll have you on before too.
I want to vibe it up. I want to.
You'll be on Friday, Black Friday, before the game. Oh, you betcha, you'll be on here. Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'll either be crying or celebrating. One of the two. It could go either way.
Yeah, we'll see. That's going to be a very, very big game. That's for sure. It's going to be a big game. All right, sticking with crappy quarterbacks. The Browns and the Jets, pathetic situation. Then you go to the Rams. The Rams sold the farm to get Jared Goff. The farm.
Ugh.
And are they going to play him this year? I think they're going to play him. But
the way it sounds, they're going to play him. And he seems to be confident, but we'll see. After the first game, we'll see how he does.
He says he's grasping it. But what else is he going to say?
Exactly.
What else is he going to say?
If he wants the paycheck, he's going to say he's grasping it.
Yeah, of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to say that. I mean, but it's just another team at the bottom. I mean, that's what you're looking at. I mean, when you're at the bottom, you're struggling, and the quarterback position is like the CEO of a fraudulent franchise. So, man, you're like a ninja. Your freaking screen paused for a split second. you were there, and when it came back on, you were gone. So I didn't even see you move.
My dog's being a spaz, man. So I'm trying to keep her calm. You know how fur babies
dude,
are,
like
man.
a ninja. All right, hold on. Oh, the dog. Hey, we got live dog cam on Raider Reaction here, man. We go all out for you guys. We got live dog cam. You don't get that everywhere.
She's all about the dog cam.
They got live dog cam on ESPN. You only get that here. So, Raider Stephanie has a question for you, T-Well. How does it feel since Tony Romo's retired?
Bittersweet. But you know what? I think Tony Romo's a great quarterback, but he would never take us to the promised land. We needed new blood, and I'm sick to tired of death. Ben laughing at me every year about Romo. My God, I'm glad he's gone because Ben doesn't have that leverage. Because oh my God, Romo would always give somebody an excuse to make fun of us, and now I don't know. But let me go back up to the comment. I kind of agree with the sophomore slump with Dak Prescott. I think his numbers aren't going to be what they were last year. So I'm keeping it real, but luckily we have a run game, and we'll see how the defense does.
Yeah, I'm keeping it real too. The Cowboys had a spectacular season last year. I mean, we can't lie. They came in #1 seed. I mean, they exited the playoffs in a bad manner, but I mean, they even played well. But I think they peaked too quickly. So I do believe they're going to have a little reverb this season. I don't think they're going to suck, but I don't think they're going to do as well as they did last season. Because typically the teams that have the staying power are kind of like the Raiders have done it, where you were okay for a season, you got a little better, and you get a little better. When you make those big jumps, there's typically a big fall after. I mean, it's just the way history proves. I mean, that's typically how it works. If you spike quick, you fall quick. But I don't think they're going to fall all the way back down. They got a young team. I think they caught lightning in a bottle a little bit last season.
I don't believe our O-line is going to slump because Doug Free's gone. He was like almost one of the top freaking penalized players on our team. But is the right side going to be weak? Yeah, it'll be a little weak, but I don't think it's that much weak. You know what I mean? I'd still put our O-line against any O-line in the league.
Oh, Carnes is pretty good. I would say Oakland and Dallas have the top 2 lines in the league.
The Raiders O-line is legit.
But Dallas,
the only put up an argument against the Dallas O-line is the Raiders. Raiders have a decent O-line, man. But I'd still put our O.
I think our line is a better pass blocking line, but I may say the Cowboys may have a better run blocking line.
I agree with that.
Because nobody touches our quarterback. But we did. I don't know, man. Will be interesting to see how beast mode runs behind our line, because we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Raider Mike, I don't think it can hurt Elliott. He's going to be a legend, man. And you heard it here first. I know I'm not jumping the gun. Elliott is going to be the man for a long time. He's going to be the next in, guaranteed.
We'll see. I mean, he looked good in year 1. So, all right. Jumping back into the news. Martavius Bryant was suspended the entire year last season. And he is back. And supposedly, Rapelessburger is saying he's looking like the Martavius Bryant of old, and he is expecting him to do big things along with Antonio Brown. So, hey.
I think it's just a quarterback being a good quarterback. He's got to praise his team. He's got to praise them up to give them confidence. You know what I mean? He's not going to come out there and say, "Yeah, Bryant's looking like crap, man." You know what I mean? Of course, he's going to say.
Hey, that's the kind of news you get in the middle of June. You know, this is garbage. Because unless somebody goes out and beats somebody up, or got an OWI, or it's not in the news right now. Because nobody's on the field. So the only way these guys are going to be in the news is if they're doing something crappy. There's been hot news too about Andre Holmes, Andre Holmes left the Raiders. They just didn't pick him back up. We've got a lot of wide receivers, and he was one of the expendable ones. Supposedly he's doing very, very well in Buffalo. There's been a lot of big talk about how Andre Holmes has been doing. and that he's fitting in well there. I honestly wish the guy the best. I mean, I thought he did really well in Oakland. I kind of wish we would have kept him around, but it was a numbers game, so that's why he got. Kenneth, he knows this. He knows the Raiders play in the toughest division in the league. He's not a stupid guy. That's why I brought him on. He's not a football fan. He's got his head stuck in the sand. He understands. He knows. That's why I brought him on.
I know fully well that the Raiders could beat our Cowboys this year. Do I think it will happen? No. But they can do it. They can do it. You know what I mean? Raiders are a good elite team. You know what I mean? But you can't sleep on my Cowboys either. They're an elite team also. No, so I'm hoping these guys clash and have a great game. You know what I mean? I do. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that game. It's in Oakland, December 17th. It's a primetime game, Sunday night football, Raiders Cowboys. Oh my! We wanted it so bad last season, so bad.
I'd rather be at the stadium than here. Let's go get tickets.
Oh, I want to go. I would love to go to that game, man. That'd be awesome. It'd be freaking glorious. That would be glorious. I'd like to go to that game. Well, sticking with the Rams, let's jump back to the Rams because this is just funny. You got to have a visual aid for this. So this is what the Rams are throwing out there as their new uni here. As you see, the yellow on the helmet doesn't match the yellow on the jersey. The blue on the helmet does not match the blue on the jersey, nor does the blue on the jersey match the blue on the pants. You got 3 colors of blue, and you're like, what in the hell are you guys doing? The horns look almost white. They're not even yellow, and I don't know what the Rams have been doing with their uniform. They came out with I don't know. But that's a franchise that's in disarray right now, man. Is the LA Rams.
Another Chargers mess. It's going to be horrible.
The Chargers. Oh, the logo that the Chargers came out with. I mean, what in the hell? What was that? What was that? That was terrible.
My God.
The Raiders fans love that because that gave us jokes for days.
Oh yeah, total ammo.
That gave us jokes for days because that was oh man, that was just something else. All right, let's run through some injuries right quick, and then I want to get let's run through some injuries right quick. We've got quite a bit of stuff here. We might not get to your predictions.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fair question. Can you see Tony Romo coaching?
Head coach? No. Could I see him someday being an offensive coordinator or something? Yeah, guy has brains. You know what I mean? He's just an all-around good dude. He could be an offensive coordinator or something like that. But I see him being a commentator or even a golf pro. If I was him, I would just go be a golf pro. The dude's amazing at golf.
Yeah, I mean golf. Come on. You can get paid to play golf. Play golf. Good Lord. All right.
Yeah.
Spinning through the injuries. There's been quite a few big injuries here coming out of camps. And let's start with the first one, which is probably the biggest one, obviously, is the number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett's walking around with a boot on his foot right now. Diagnosed with a lateral foot sprain. They're saying it's not a big deal. As somebody who's had foot injuries and foot issues my whole life, I'll tell you it's a freaking big deal, especially when you're an NFL guy, and that's everything you push off on is your foot. Tell me it ain't a big deal.
I mean, it could be one of those things where they're being extra careful because he's the number 1 pick. But, God, to see that guy in a boot, that has to kill. That has to kill him. Oh.
This is Nation Troll Day, man. See, that's Monday and Wednesday. We go league-wide. Guys, you never know what you're going to get up in here on Raider Reaction on Monday and Wednesday. We go league-wide. We share the show to different groups than we normally would. And we get some action up in here.
You got me.
You got to have your head on a swivel on Mondays and Wednesdays. So, and plus, Prime's on vacation. So we got T-Well and the Commish this week for Ghost to the Post. Prime's on vacation. He'll be back with us on Monday. But we got him for Monday and Wednesday. So
lucky you guys. Yes.
The Colts placed Christian Michael on injured reserve 2 weeks after they sign him. Bet they gotta love that. They gotta love that.
Christian Michael ain't a bad back. I mean, he can get some yards for you. That has to hurt.
But he had injury issues in Seattle too. So I agree, Chuck. Foot problems linger, man. I've had them. I had plantar fasciitis issues, and they come and go. And when they come, they stay for months. When they're gone, they go, and they could be gone for years. But I've had them gone for 2 years, then they'll come back. I can't get rid of them for 6 to 8 months, and foot issues are crazy. Especially, I mean, these guys are much more athletic than I ever been.
Joseph, believe me, this is not a cowboy show tonight, man. I've been outnumbered all night long. You need to watch because they've been attacking me.
It has not been, my man.
I am outnumbered, boy.
It's been brutal. You guys, hey, Raider Nation, you brought the fire. I'm very proud of you because it's all we ever ask on Raider Reaction. If you're going to come on, bring the fire. And you've done it.
I got a leg cramp, man. I'm old. Got a leg cramp right in the middle of the show.
Speaking of the injury report, T-Ball's on the injury report. He's got a cramp.
T-Ball's with the hammy. With the hammy.
All right. Big injury out of New Orleans. Teron Armstead is out 4 to 6 months after surgery. He is their left tackle, and that is a big hit. Big hit. Big. That is a big hit, man.
What's up, Willie? I'm glad you're here to talk some trash, man.
Glad to. Yeah, that's a big hit, man. Lose your left tackle, out 4 to 6 months. You're not even into training camp yet. So,
your left tackle is one of your major pieces in your ball game.
To lose that, he's covering Breeze, man, and that's that's painful.
And Breeze has to be, man. Old man Dirt, you kidding me?
Big first-round draft pick last season, Jalen Ramsey underwent surgery for a core issue that was developed during OTAs. They're saying he'll be ready by start of the season, but he's going to miss time. And you don't like your top guys missing time and getting injured in OTAs. We got to go cutting on their core, man. I mean, that's not a good thing.
I've never agreed with that, ever setting one of your first stringers, ever. I mean, any time out is bad time out.
Easy, Georgie. Easy. Somebody pull on Georgie's leash a little bit. He's getting a little owly out there. We just got a guest in the house. We're just breaking down the league stuff, Georgie. Don't get too excited now. I feel your sentiment, but we do got kids that come back and watch this show the next day. So bring it down. All right. That's pretty much it on the big injuries that occurred over the OTAs. Those are the big names. Obviously, there were some other small ones, but what do we really care? What the fifth string linebacker on Detroit did? Not really. So that's pretty much it for our injury news. So Mark Ingram. Now, hey, I appreciate the fire, Georgie. I always appreciate the fire because you know that's the number one rule on Raider Action is bring the fire. But got to bring the fire with a little less of them F-bombs is all. But, oh, man. But now here's an interesting story. This one I just wanted to bring up because, let's look at this from the eyes of Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram, New Orleans Saints running back. You go out in 2016, you finally get all these other running backs out of your way. It's your season, and you absolutely ball out. You have your career season. You're like, I'm the number one, man. I finally locked down, made my name in the NFL. I am here. I have arrived. And your team goes and sticks Adrian Peterson right behind you.
Oh, you got to be worried about the job at that time, man. You got to be worried about your job.
I mean, how's that make you feel? Like, thank you for nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's going to be sitting. I really do.
I agree. I agree. I think he's going to be. I don't know though, man. The thing is you're hearing weird things about New Orleans because you're hearing the coaches say, which this could just be political BS, and they're just what they're saying. But they're saying they actually brought Adrian Peterson in to complement Mark Ingram, and they want him to get the bulk of the carries. I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that at all. I think they're going to run Adrian Peterson hard, and if he responds, he's going to get the rock a lot.
I can see why Mark Ingram would be kind of offended by it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's rough, man. That would be a rough.
Yeah, I agree. That's a tough position. I mean, it's basically him and Beast Mode were the two old guard backs that got signed. Beast Mode's in a much different situation than Adrian Peterson is. Adrian Peterson's coming in with a number one ahead of him. Beast Mode was given the keys to the car, and here, let's roll. So there have been two totally different situations.
For sure.
The only other kind of back that you'd throw in with those two would possibly be Jamal Charles, who's going to be possibly the number one in Denver. But, dude, I'm telling you, he won't make it 4 games.
No, not at all. You guys have to be excited about Beast Mode, though, man. You guys got a good team there. You guys have to be stoked.
I'm
Beast
so
Mode,
excited about Beast Mode, man.
You guys are going to have an insane running game. Insane. I'm worried about that. I've lost sleep over this at night. You know what I mean? That is crazy. You guys got a good one there, man.
Oh, I'm so excited about Beast Mode this season. He is bringing him in. I mean, all the weapons. I mean, the Raiders were graded. They got an A grade in the offseason and what they've done in free agency and the draft. I mean, they got an A grade in the draft. They've done well. This offseason has been they've filled every hole. It's all about how these kids respond. It's mostly our defense, but it's mostly our defense. So, all right, we waited until the end of the show. It's week 15. Mm-hmm. What's Dallas's record when they're coming into week 15 against the Oakland Raiders in Oakland?
I am predicting a realistic 10-6 record.
10-6 record for the season. So,
yeah.
I don't have the Dallas schedule in front of me. Don't know what your last 3 games are.
Their schedule's rough, man. Their schedule's rough. You know, they play against good teams like the Raiders. They got a tough schedule.
Yeah, because you guys do play the AFC West this season, right? So you play all the AFC West teams. And we do have the toughest division in the league this season. So, yeah, you have to play. You're going to have to play the Chiefs. You're going to have to play the Broncos. You're going to have to play the Raiders. That's not too damn far where I picked you guys. I picked you guys 9-7, 10-6, and I predicted you guys to make the playoffs again, but as a wild card. I think the Giants are going to sneak it out over you guys. That was my prediction, but I totally have you guys in the playoffs again. I think they're going to have a fall off, but I don't think it's going to be an all the way to the freaking pavement fall off. It's just not going to be quite like last year. I got the Raiders coming into the Week 15 game at where are we at?
I predict 8-8 for Redskins. 8-8.
The Redskins?
Yeah.
The Redskins? I think so. I think the Redskins are going to be in the cellar. Honestly, I think the Redskins made bad moves. They got rid of too much talent, and I think this Kirk Cousins fiasco that they've been dragging him around for the last 3 seasons, couple seasons, and this is going into the 3rd, is going to bite them. And I think it's all going to backfire on them.
Yeah, I predict Eagles, Dallas, and Giants all have winning records, all within the 9-7. It's going to be a tight division again. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Like it was last year. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
So
Philadelphia has improved. They've got some talent there, and Wentz looked like he may be an okay quarterback. It's a little early to tell yet, but he looked okay.
He's a smart quarterback, but where he lacks is intuition, in my opinion. You know, he doesn't have that pose. And Dak Prescott showed me pose. Am I a Dak Prescott all-in believer? Not yet, man. He's still got a lot to prove. I'm not totally sold on him yet, but he was a lot more posed his rookie year than Wentz was.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, obviously, yeah, he had a better year. I mean, than Wentz did. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree.
But the
Kenneth,
only,
it was
the
a
only
fire
person to
sale in
compare
Washington. Then they rid of everybody. They got nobody
yeah,
left.
the only person to compare rookie years with Dak Prescott's rookie year was freaking Ben Roethlisberger. That's it. I mean, he had an amazing rookie campaign. That's all I can say. But was that luck? I don't know. We'll see this year.
Yeah, you don't
He's
know.
got
It's a lot of players in the NFL have one good season. I mean, a lot of
yeah,
them. And
yeah.
sometimes
You're
it's
not
just
selling me over one season. He's not my savior yet. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. It's it could have been the stars aligned for him, and everything was just they do still have Jordan Reed, Chuck. I agree that he's the best thing they've got left. How do you let Deshaun Jackson leave your team? I do not care what kind of attitude he has.
Thank you, Redskins. Thank you, Redskins.
You can't let him leave your team. You just can't. You cannot let him leave your team. All right. T-Well, I appreciate you joining me for Ghost to the Post tonight. Dropping back deep in the pocket, letting it fly league wide. Brought a little flavor tonight with the star, but
I'm going to take care of these wounds y'all gave me. I'm going to need to rest up till Wednesday.
All right. Well, T-Well will be back with us Wednesday. Anything you'd like to say to the audience before you leave?
Hey, thanks for having me, Raider Nation. No joke. I respect y'all. Thanks for having me on. You have a good night.
T-Well will be back with the Commish on Wednesday for another edition of Ghost to the Post with T-Well and the Commish just this week. Prime will be back, holding it down with me all the way through until the season like he does every Monday and Wednesday. He'll be back on Monday, but I need to fill in. And, hey, man, that was fun. I got a little kick back and forth. Of course, it's Raiders for life, silver and black. That's how we do it. Tomorrow, it's Commish. When it's the Commish, it's all silver and black. I've already got a stack of Raiders news for you guys to break down tomorrow. All the silver and black nuggets. Remember, every Monday through Friday, 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, it's Raider Reaction with the Commish right here on Oakland Raiders football. Right here. Monday through Friday. Now, I've added one more show. One more show. It's a late night show. It's called Raider Reaction After Hours. It is on One Nation Live. It's a different page than I'm typically on. If you haven't liked it up yet, you need to go like it up. They got a lot of live shows on there as well. They got different hosts than what we have on Oakland Raiders football and what you find on some of the other channels. So you need to go check it out. And every Thursday night, Raider Reaction After Hours. The After Hours party. It's by invite only. So make sure you bring your ID because we'll be checking at the door. If Rasputin and Juan, my two bouncers, allow you into the ultra VIP lounge of the Raider Reaction After Hours party, you can come right on the screen with the Commish and we'll break it down. It's open to anybody as long as you can get into the After Hours party at One Nation Live with the Commish. 9 o'clock Thursday nights, 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern. Every Thursday night on One Nation Live. All the other 5 nights of the week, I'm right here on Oakland Raiders football. Breaking it down. Every Monday and Wednesday is Raider Reaction with Ghost of the Post. Then we go even a little crazier. We do a little Black Friday action on Fridays, but I'm here 5 nights a week breaking it down for you. Because we go coast to coast right here on Oakland Raiders football. Start right here with an hour on the East Coast. Throw it deep to the infamous Raider Bear for another solid hour on the West Coast. And 2 on Fridays. So, that's how we're going to do it. Now, for all of you that join in tomorrow, I've got a little contest, a little Raider Reaction contest for you. How much time I got left? Oh, I'm out of time. I'll break it down on you tomorrow. Got a little contest action I'm going to throw for all my hardcore fans out there. I appreciate you showing up like you always did. You brought the fire, Raider Nation. I'm very, very proud of you. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.